Leo, this is your love and relationship reading for the month of July, and this is a forecast intended for couples who are just getting involved, newly dating, where the relationship is not yet firmly established. So in the recent past, you had Six of Pentacles and engagement. So perhaps there were some promises or the expectation of something between you and another person. Now, maybe this was a social function, a social engagement, an agreement of some sort. Maybe even a piece of jewelry was involved in this relationship, an engagement ring or something of value. And so you were looking at issues of balance where either of you were expected to help the other. This may have been financially, or it could have been an emotional thing, but there's a sense that perhaps something is out of balance. There's a disparity. Now, maybe one of you is more financially established than the other, or maybe one of you is holding something that belongs to the other person. Or it could be that you are holding someone emotionally hostage or even financially hostage or vice versa. And what I mean by that is there's the appearance of charity or generosity in the relationship, when in fact the real motive is to keep the person tied and bound and on their knees, always needing because they're getting just enough. Now, one of you may be the keeper of the purse strings, or one of you may be emotionally stingy, but somebody feels like they're not getting enough. They're not getting their due recognition. They're not getting what they deserve. It could be that one of you is only telling what's necessary, perhaps breadcrumbing the other person. So, there could be financial issues that are having an impact on your relationship where you either don't have enough resources, or you feel like you're not getting what you deserve, or somebody is not helping as much or in the manner that you felt was appropriate. So there's some kind of promise that you were hoping to fulfill or have fulfilled, and that appears that you're still feeling this sense of lack somehow. Now, presently, you have the Knight of Cups and spiritual. For some of you, there may be a tie to a water sign person. This could be a Cancer, a Scorpio, Pisces, and it may be their sun, their moon, or their rising sign. And so we have a second card here of an agreement. So in the past, there was an expectation, and presently, there's still an expectation. There's a belief that's at stake here, whether it's warranted or not, having faith, having your wish fulfilled. So there's some kind of an agreement where perhaps you're looking at whether your core values align. Maybe you've connected to someone very spiritual, or you feel like someone is not telling you quite the full story. Again, perhaps they're only breadcrumbing you. They're just giving you bits and pieces of what they want you to have and nothing more. Now, this Knight is a very charming individual, very seductive, romantic, idealistic, and perhaps you're connecting to someone who is very spiritual, creative, intuitive, and, someone who perhaps sweeps you off your feet, or if not, maybe you're taking on that role. But there's some invitation, offer, agreement, proposal that appears to be very important to this relationship. And it ties to your value system, your belief system, or theirs. For some of you, this means that either you or the partner really understands the other person psychologically. And because of that, this person has the capability of beating out any kind of rival or competition for your love and affection. This is about winning the heart's desire. Negatively, this is someone who has difficulty dealing with the realities of life. There's a lot of escapism. They don't want to deal with situations. They may even resort to drugs or alcohol as a means to, like, deal with things that they can't deal with. This could be somebody who is just leading you on. They're very vague. They never give you the full story. You always feel as if there's something missing. Positively, again, this is great faith in this agreement or putting faith in this person. Now, in the near future, you have divine time and 5 of Cups. So in the near future, you may feel that there's a sense of loss, a sense of regret. And yet there is potential here to overcome some kind of negative issue or disappointment. You still have the support of partnership or the potential. You're just not seeing it. But part of this is some kind of experience that the universe is orchestrating so that you can have some kind of growth or evolution. But timing is important in the future. There's the divine time of something. So you have to have faith that things are playing out exactly the way that they're meant to, exactly in the time frame that they should be. So it may be time to act. It may be the perfect time to try to salvage a situation, to save something, your relationship, or save yourself if need be. There is a warning here about getting invested or reinvested in people who have a history of letting you down, who fail you, who don't support you. And so it may be time for you to save yourself. Now, again, this could be if you're not getting what you need, promises haven't been kept, there's an imbalance, somebody's trying to keep you in a certain position, they're not telling you everything, you feel disappointed, a sense of loss, or you're restructuring a situation where it better suits the both of you, whether it's your finances, your emotional connection, you're giving more attention to one another. It may be time to, rebalance and try to save this relationship. Now, what is the archetype that either you or the other person will be playing out? And it could be in the light or in the shadow. It could be both of you, one of you. You have mediator. And in the light, gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. Respect for both sides of an argument. Now that's interesting because it says negotiating and balance for both sides of an argument. So both sides, seeing your own point of view, but being open to seeing the other person as well. The shadow attribute, negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. So one of you may not be completely honest. There is something that's not quite on the table. Somebody's playing their cards close to their chest. And maybe they're not sharing everything that they have, whether that is materially, spiritually, emotionally, in whatever way. What does your partner feel that you may not be aware of? I still think about you. So there's possibility that maybe it is time for you to work on trying to save something that has been disappointed, maybe being more open, being more honest, being more fair and balanced between you is part of what's missing. The lesson here is I take my time to reveal the sweetest secrets. So we have a lot of focus on keeping things to self, only giving out what you want the other person to know. And there's a lesson in that. Perhaps timing is what's important. Knowing when to give and when to hold back may be part of your lesson. The advice is live on the edge. Now, live on the edge can be two different things. Perhaps your relationship needs to kick up a bit, be a little bit more exciting. Maybe there needs to be some more risk taking emotionally or even financially. And that can be a good thing. But live on the edge can also mean that you're living from the standpoint of crisis management. You're a little bit reckless or impulsive, or you take things a little bit too far, or you need the drama to feel alive. Your relationship is full of drama so that you can get this adrenaline rush. So either you're not taking enough chances or risk, or you're taking too many. Now, the underlying energy is Carnival and Ace of Pentacles. So Carnival is about entertainment, amusement, and Ace of Pentacles. So it could be that there's a lot of money being spent on entertainment, having fun. Some of you, perhaps, this is about buying a car, buying a vehicle, or some form of transportation. But for others of you, this is looking at risk that you take, getting involved with relationships that start off and they feel like a lot of fun and it's a lot of excitement, but is it really going anywhere? Is this a friends with benefits situation? Are you satisfied with that? Does that spiritually align with your core values or your potential partner? There's an opportunity here that may fall in your lap. Perhaps it's been some kind of a windfall and maybe it's not being shared. Or it could be that maybe there's a challenge that's going to occur and that proves to be some kind of blessing. There's a lot of focus on the physical, though, the physicality. So in some cases, you may have relationships that take you to the edge. You may be taking too much risk as far as sexual connections or what you're willing to do or who you get involved with. Maybe you're not discerning enough about that, and that may pose some repercussions later. There is an opportunity, perhaps maybe, to have more fun. This is the other spectrum. If someone's too tight or they're watching every penny, there may be plenty if you just open to lightening up a little bit, having some fun. So either you need to have more fun with your partner, you need to, get out and do things, or there's a focus on thrill seeking, taking an experience to the limit in risky, impulsive ways that may be detrimental to either of you.